So for question 4, we have been given our consumption function, which is equals to 160 plus 0.6 YD, investment 150, government spending 150, autonomous tax 100, and induced tax 0.25. Using algebra, solve the following variables. Number A, equilibrium income. So to calculate equilibrium income, we're going to take our multiplier and multiply it with autonomous spending, also known as the A, which is the part of the demand for goods that doesn't depend on output. We're going to start off by calculating our multiplier. Our multiplier is going to be equal to 1 over 1 minus 0.6, open bracket, 1 minus 0.25. After solving that, you guys should get a solution of 1.82. Sorry, 82. Then we're going to calculate A. A is equals to 160 minus 0.6 times 100 plus 150 plus 150. And that is equal to 400. Now that we have A and we have M, we can calculate equilibrium income. Our equilibrium income would then be equal to 1.82 multiplied with the 400. You guys should get a solution of 782. Let me just double check. 728, sorry, 728 for equilibrium income. Number B, calculate. We're asked to get the induced consumption. Induced consumption is the portion of consumption that varies with disposable income. So if income increases, we'll consume more, and if income decreases, we'll consume less. When there's additional income, we don't spend all our additional income. We spend a certain portion, and the other portion we save. The portion that we save is represented by our marginal propensity to consume, or our MPC. And the portion that we spend is also called induced consumption. So then how would we calculate our induced consumption? To get our induced consumption, we would take our MPC and we would multiply it with our disposable income. We're going to start off by calculating how much tax is. So we were given autonomous tax of 100 and induced tax of 0.25. And now that we have our equilibrium income, we can simply put it in here. So our tax would be 100 plus 0.25 multiplied with 728. And we get tax of 282. Now that we have tax, we can calculate our disposable income. Our disposable income is our equilibrium income, 728 minus 282 tax. $728 minus 182, and we get a solution of 446 for disposable income. Now that we have disposable income, we can calculate our induced consumption. Like I said, our induced consumption is our MPC multiplied with the disposable income. Our MPC is 0.6. We simply multiply that with 446. And that should give us a solution of 267.6. That's our induced consumption. Consumption expenditure. So in this question, we were given our consumption expenditure function. We were given our consumption expenditure function. But now that we have our disposable income, we can calculate how much consumption expenditure is. Sorry. So our consumption expenditure is equal to 160 plus 0.6 multiplied with 446, if I'm not mistaken, yes, 446 equals to 60, 0.6, 427.6. Question number 5. In everyday conversation, we use money to denote many things. We use it as a synonym of income. However, in economics, it means something else and has 4 main functions. List and discuss its functions. So the first function of money is that it's a medium of exchange, meaning it's accepted as means of payment. It's the medium through which people buy and sell goods and services. The second function, it's a unit of account, meaning it's a standard unit or agreed measure for stating or quoting prices. The third function, it's a store of value. Money is an asset that can be used to transfer purchasing power from present to the future. The fourth and last function is that money is a standard of deferred payment, meaning it's an accepted way to settle debt. Question number 6. Consider a bond that promises to pay 1,000 Rand in 1 year. What is the interest rate on the bond if the price today is 750, 950? So to calculate the interest rate of the bond, we're going to take the face value minus the price of the bond today divided by the price of the bond today. So it's going to be 1,000 minus 750 over 750. And that gives us a solution of, multiplied with 100. And that will give us a solution of 53.33%. And for 950, we do the same. We simply say 1,000 minus 950 over 950 multiplied with 100, and that gives us a solution of 5.26%. Question number B. If the interest rate is 8%, what is the price of the bond today? So to calculate the price of the bond, we take the face value of the bond, which is 1,000, we divide it with 1 plus interest. So it's going to be 1,000, the face value, divided by 1 plus 0.08, which is the interest rate, and that should give us a solution of 925.93. Question number 7. With the appropriate theory, framework, and graph, discuss the following concepts. Liquidity trap. So to illustrate this, let's just say that the economy was in a recession and the central bank wanted to stimulate the economy. So they would increase the money supply to MS2 in order to stimulate the economy. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a line here. The central bank increases the money supply. Change this to orange. Okay, so can you guys see that as the central bank increases the money supply, the interest rate also drops? So we have our interest on our y-axis and we have money on our x-axis. So as the central bank increases the money supply, the interest rate drops. So our interest rate would now be, at I2. Okay. Now let's say even after increasing the money supply, the central bank does not receive the response that it wanted from the economy. So the economy doesn't respond in a way that doesn't respond. Okay, so the central bank decides, okay, we're going to increase the money supply again. So they increase the money supply again to MS3. MS3, let me just change the color to green. So the central bank increases the money supply again. And again, the interest rate drops from I2 to I3. Now, let's say again that even after increasing the money supply again, the central bank still not receive the response that it wants from the economy. So they keep on increasing the money supply again and again and again in hope that the economy will respond. So they increase money supply, changes color again and again until they reach a point which is called the zero lower bound. So what is the zero lower bound? The zero lower bound is an incident where nominal interest is at or near zero, causing a liquidity trap. So as soon as we reach the zero lower bound, we are in a liquidity trap. What does that mean? It means that the monetary policy will be ineffective in stimulating the economy because the central bank cannot increase the money supply again because nominal interests are at or near zero. At this point, everybody wants to hold money because bonds pay a low interest rate. Okay, so what can the government, which other ways do we have to recover from a liquidity trap? The government can increase government spending, reducing the cost of borrowing to make loans more attractive, and also raising interest rates. And that is all for today. I hope you all understand. Thank you.